Okay, here's where we left off. We left off on slide 6 where you were going to pick a house that was within your budget. So I've used a different example in every class, so let me just start this one over again and make sure you are in the right place. So for slide 6, you have to have three things. In order to get credit for this slide, you need to have your budget appear 4032, and this house that you're picking needs to show that estimated monthly payment under that budget. So it looks like I've picked a house in Vista that's 4010 a month, and that's under my budget of 4032. So here's the house that I'm picking. This is totally my house. See the chips bag? Or no, this is like a barbecue bag right here. Old Roy, right? Anyways, um, this house in Vista is 549,000. It's a 4-bedroom house. And so I'm going to go ahead and screenshot this house. Why am I looking outside of Oceanside? When I was trying to shop in Oceanside for my budget, it was too expensive. So I had to go outside of Oceanside to find a house. And really there wasn't a lot of choices even in Vista and surrounding areas. I thought for a second that I was going to have to go to Marietta or something, Hemet. Okay, and then make sure you have this link also copied and pasted. So the three things you need for the house you chose are the link, the estimated payment, and a screenshot of the house. And I'm going to paste the link right here. Okay. Oops. Whatever. All right. So now that you've chosen a house, we can't do slides 7 through 9 unless you've chosen a house. So pause this video and go pick a house. If you're not sure if it's in your budget or you're having trouble clicking down here on the monthly payment, you have to click edit. You have to do a down payment of 3.5%. You have to put in an interest rate of 5.09. And then it is okay if you put your homeowner's insurance down to like 110 a month. And then this payment that comes up once you save and close that, this is what you're going to cost in. But if you're having trouble with this to see if it's in your budget, just pick a house that's really low price. Like if you have a budget less than mine, my budget is 4,032, then look for a house under 550,000 to start. And then we'll go check out and see if you qualify. So here I am on the next page, and we're going to use an interest rate today of 5.09% for our 30-year fixed. And you're just going to type in the info that goes to the house that you found. So the house that I found was a sales price of $549,000. And the down payment on that is going to be 0.035 of 549,000. .035 of 549,000 is 19,215. Again, the number you're doing is going to be different than mine because you're picking a different house. Okay, the loan amount is the sales price, 549, minus the down payment, 19,215. And all these directions are right here, right? So my loan amount is going to be $529,785. Because I subtracted the price of the house minus the down payment. Now we need to go do the full monthly payment formula in Desmos. So $529,785 times the rate of 0.0509 over 12. Everyone's going to use the same rate. $360 months for a 30-year loan. Copy and paste the whole back part right here to the denominator, and then minus 1. So I've got a monthly payment of $2,873.21. Now the tax amount is the sales price times 1.25%. So this is 549 times 0.0125 divided by 12 because we want that tax figure monthly. So 549 times 0.0125 divided by 12. That's going to be $571.88 monthly. Homeowners insurance, we're just going to use $110 monthly. That's something that you shop around for and you get a quote for. The cheapest I've ever seen is USAA. I don't have USAA, I have AAA because USAA is for military families. All right, my total housing expense is going to be to add these three together. So 2,873.21 plus 571.88 plus 110 monthly. Now, because we're doing a FHA loan, if you look back at that little payment calculator from the slide before, do you see how there's something on here called mortgage insurance? There is a calculation to do for mortgage insurance if you're doing an FHA loan that's going to add another $455 to mine. For you to get that figure, you'd have to take it from your little payment estimator from realtor.com. So I'm okay if you don't include that just because that's a different calculation. But if you can see it and you can add it in, please do. So now I go back to my slide 5 to look for my monthly income again. Remember that my monthly income with my spouse is $14,400. And that's going to be my denominator right here. So the front end ratio, the total housing expense. Oh, sorry, we're doing the front end ratio on the next slide. All we're doing here is the total housing expense. Just kidding. So total housing expense is adding these all together, $2,873.21 plus $571.88 plus 110 for insurance plus $455, and this comes to $4,010. And so what you just did is you showed me that you can do the calculations that Realtor.com just did for us. So this little box right here, you just did all those calculations yourself on slide 7 by following these little directions. Last, screenshot your Desmos and your front end ratio work. So the last thing I'm going to do right here is take this 4010.09 and divide it by my monthly income. And I get a 0.278 ratio. Woo, remember what we're trying to be under there? We're trying to be under 28%. So I'm literally right there. But hey, I qualify. Okay, I have to screenshot this work in. So I'm just trying to make it look with a little bit less dead space. Okay, and then your front end ratio, we just did that calculation on the slide before, is 4010.09 divided by 14,400, and that was 0.278. I do qualify for this house of sales price $549 because my front end ratio is 0.279 or the lender guideline. Okay, so this last slide is your front end ratio and just stating what it is and stating that you understand that you do qualify or you don't. Now, if you get to the end of this all the way and you don't qualify for it, you need to go back and find a cheaper house. If you turn in a project where your house, the price of your house is over your budget, then you're going to lose some points. So try to find a house in your budget. All right. Slide 10 was this discount point one, and I told everybody they did not have to do this slide. So please delete slide 10 before you submit it in. You should have a theme chosen. You should have an image or several images on your first thing, your name, what period, what teacher. You should have an average 3 to 4 bedroom home in Oceanside, a least expensive home, a most expensive home. Notice I have the image of the house plus the link. I should have your slide for your career unit with your calculations if you added a spouse or didn't add a spouse. The home you chose from Realtor.com. By the way, it has to say for sale. It can't say pending or contingent. Your slide 7 should be filled in using all this information. Please use a rate of 5.09. Then your Desmos work pasted in on slide 8. And slide 9 is just going over your front end ratio. And you're done.